Back here with another one of these. Just decided I had fun doing it last time, so I'm going to do another one. Before I get into that, just thought I would quickly put out, I have decided to launch a Patreon. Nothing really too crazy to it. It's quite a low fee. I don't have anything insane to go offering right now, so it's purely more as a support thing for the time being. Anyway, on with where we're going. Slight different this time. So this time we're doing Earthrise, as you can see. I decided to change the tiers. So we've got great, good, mid, bad, piss poor, didn't buy, and repack. All the rest you can kind of put together. So anyway, let's get straight into it. Airwave. I think Airwave is... I'm going to say he's good. I don't have anything really negative to say about him. He's just... A lot of the modulators, weaponizers, and fossilizers aren't great. They're good at best and bad at worst. There's none that are truly terrible. So Airwave kind of just fits in there perfectly. The Alicon. He's mid or he's bad. He's upper end of bad because while it's nice to have the Alicon as a toy, it's not a great toy. It's short, it's stocky, the fucking, yeah. No, he can stay there. RC, didn't buy. I have the Thrilling 30, not the Thrilling 30. Is it the Thrilling 30? I have the other one. They came out with Chromia 10 years ago. And I got Lifeline. And yeah, no, don't really have much positive to say about that mold. So let's move on. Astro Squad. Mid. Let's go mid. Because that vehicle mode is okay as long as you got the combined vehicle mode. Robot mode at the back end and the vehicle mode at the back end are shit. While the one that forms the front is fine. It's the same as the, whatever the hell these were, speaking of which, straight in repack. But it's the same as them. I can't really say too much. Blue Streak, didn't buy. Going forward with these guys, I didn't get any of these because I thought there's no point in going back and replacing the Datsuns that I literally completed with Siege. Looked good, didn't bother. The Centurion drone, I'm going to call it good, but it's the low end of good, so it's a repaint of my favourite weaponizer mold. And I liked some of the extra accessories, not all of them, but Megatron is a pistol, Shockwave is a gun, Optimus is super fucking unnecessary massive gun. The Energon axe, even though mine is currently with shattered glass, so he's low end of good. I can see why you wouldn't like him, but I'm going to put him there. Cliffjumper, I feel like this is a controversial one. I'm going to say he's great. I fucking love that mold. Yes, it's small, but they've done so much with him that at that scale, I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I love fidgeting with it, and I love all the repaints that have since been put together for him. So I'm going to put him in great, and I'm not going to justify that any further. Fuck you. Dead Optimus Prime. He's good. He's good. He's a high end of good. He's just a fun repaint to have. I have an idea for a future thing that I want to do, and the existence of him makes it all that more palatable. Double Crosser. He's mid. Of the three new Battlemasters they made for this, he's kind of the midpoint. He's fine. He's got a cool design, but I'm like, it doesn't mean fuck all. Especially because you can't really use those ramps. Because if you all tab them in together, they'll just get fucking break. Like, what's the point? Double Dealer. Oh. The trouble I have with Double Dealer is he has a lot of good ideas, but a lot of terrible execution. Like, I remember when Double Dealer came out and everyone was making rumours that he was proof that Hasbro's trying to sabotage the old leader format, and it's all going to be going forward that it'll be, oh no, it'll be a Voyager with extra parts. And then the next fucking leader class they did after him was Beast Wars Megatron and Kingdom Galvatron. So, anyway, that's besides the point. He's very much in the middle. I like his robot mode. I like the vehicle mode to a degree. I can't fucking stand the bird mode. And yeah, he wasn't realised properly, so I can't fucking defend him. I can't put him down, but I can't defend him. Fast Track, I like Fast Track a lot actually. I always forget about him when I talk about my favourite weaponizer. I like Fast Track a lot, and I like the Gen Select repaint, but this isn't about that. Galactic, oh, we're into Galactic Odyssey now, right, okay, so Galactic Odyssey 1, I didn't buy. Could be fucked about, well, okay. I didn't buy Ratchet, so don't include him, but Lifeline's part of the set, well, I bought separate. Lifeline is just the low end of bad. It's a mold that needed a lot of work. It's like it doesn't seem to aspire to the heights that came either before or after, so I say she belongs in the low end of bad. Not piss poor, you can stand the thing up and you can get something of a pose out of it, but it's not good by any means of the imagination. Galactic Odyssey 2. This was the one with all of the micromasters. I would say it's good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with good. Like, I just enjoy having just a pack of micromasters. I like micromasters, what can I say? I'm biased. I just think that was a really nice set, and I'm glad to have been able to have got it. Autobot clothes, didn't buy. I got the Decepticon ones just because they were there. The Autobot ones, I've never seen them, I've no compulsion. Maybe one day, but not today. Galactus Odyssey 4, didn't buy. Like I said, got Barricade in Siege, and I got the Power of the Primes, Counterpunch. So, no interest there, no compulsion there. Botropolis Rescue Mission. This one's fucking great. I fucking love this set. I'm not gonna lie. The whole premise is fun. I love the new paint schemes. I love the reuse of the molds. It's just, I fucking love that. It's the quintessential play set. It's just a shame we didn't get a third. Fucking what we're talking about. It's just a shame we didn't get a third modulator mold, because I liked it. Grapple. He's mid. He's the low end of mid purely because he's in the middle. He's like Double Dealer. Purely because this is a good mold, but this is like the worst paint scheme it had, and there was that whole fucking ordeal with the pegs that just put him in the fucking ground. So I'm gonna say he's mid. Like if Inferno or Artfire or fucking even Hauler were in here, they'd be good. But him, nah, he can stay in mid. Hoist, controversial opinion. I don't like Hoist very much. Okay, I can't for some reason. There we go. I don't like Hoist very much. I don't know what it is. Trailbreaker's fine. And the Ronald McDonald one, Lift Ticket, that's the one. They're okay, but Hoist, I'm just like, ugh, it don't work for me. So he's bad. He's not piss poor, but he's bad. Hot Rod Patrol, not to be confused with Hot Rod. I think a lot of these guys are just gonna end up in mid, but like, just they're fine. They're nothing special. It's just more of what we've seen. Micromasters turning into cars. Actually, you know what? That's not fair. I'm going to move these guys to good, just because they stand out so much from the fucking rest of them, and there's no problems really holding them back. So I'm going to go with that. I am also basing this on the fact that I didn't have any real QC issues during my run on the line. This is where we start getting into some major exclusive territory. Ironhide and Prowl I didn't buy. Didn't need either because I already had them in Siege, and plus it was just a fucking mess trying to get a hold of one of them. It's like, nah, you can fuck off, I'm not interested. Ironworks. He's good. I like Ironworks. I don't really have anything bad to say about any of the modulators. I could say good stuff, but I always just forget about them. Like, if there was forgettable, I'd put them in there, but they're fine. I don't really have much to say about them, really. That Megatron, didn't buy. I didn't buy the Siege one, and I definitely wasn't buying the Earthrise one, because it just looked so much fucking worse. I'm sure there's more repacks to go there, but I can't see them anywhere. Military Patrol. Yeah, they're mid as well. Like, they're not just cars, but like, Bomb Shock, I think, is the green one. His fucking... I don't know what they decided to do with his legs, but they're just shit. Like, you can't stand him up properly. And the orange one's just got weird proportions, and he's constantly leaning forward, so I'm just like, nah. Optimus Prime, without fucking contest. The amount I fucking simp over this figure should be considered illegal, but it isn't, so fuck you. Yeah, no, I've got nothing bad to say about this Optimus. There is bad things about this Optimus, but I don't let them get in the way. It's nothing that I can truly hold against it. Like, I picked this up nearly 3 years ago, and it's probably still one of my favourite releases. I just fucking love it. The Decepticon clones, they're low mid. They'd be mid if Pounce was any fucking good, but his robot's a bit meh, and his fucking animal mode is just horrendous. The Eagle, I like the Eagle mode. He gets the fucking strong pass on the Eagle mode. The Quintesson Judge. If I was anyone else, he'd be going in piss poor, but I'm not anyone else. So, okay, I'm gonna have to fucking, okay. The reason I'm putting him in good is because it matches the original Quintesson design, and it's nice to have it as a toy. It's not a good toy, but the concept of having it and it actually existing and being in my collection is a good thing. It's nice to have a bit of diversity. Like, I'd love to have some Vok. Yeah, you could probably just make your own, but I love having something that isn't an Autobot or a Decepticon. So I'm putting him in good. You can tell me I'm wrong, and I'll just delete your comment and block you. Tell you what, these guys can go in good. They're just cars, but fuck me, they're so fun. Like, they actually have no real issues, where these ones do. They don't, so they're welcome in there. They can stay there. Ramjet, oh, fuck me. Ramjet and Dirge. I should put these in piss poor just because of the fucking distribution thing, really, but I'm not gonna do that. They're good. They're good. They're not particular anywhere in good. So I just enjoy having those two in a larger scale, because I know that mold is fundamentally the classics one, just sized up with some extra details, but I enjoy having it. And I enjoy having a complete Conehead and Seeker trio. So they can go there. Actually, you know what? No. Get the fuck out of there. Changed my mind. They're mid. They're down here. Because whilst I don't hate them, I don't love them. I enjoy having them, but that's about it. And plus some of the tolerances are a bit whack. And some of the paint apps are a bit fucked. So they can go there. Anyway, Runabout. I'm guessing Runabout is bad. He's a high bad. And Runabout is a low mid. Because they're both okay, but they're both just so fucked. Like their articulation. I enjoy the figures, but not enough to give him a free pass. And plus his paint's that weird chalky white that I want fucking nothing to do with that. And he's only got the one gun. But he was available at general retail, whereas he's got really nice paint apps, 2 guns, but he wasn't exclusive. Not as hard to get as some of these other exclusives, but he wasn't exclusive. Fuck it. You belong together. Scorponok. Scorponok is the best Titan Generations has ever put out. I say this before I get my hands on Legacy Metroplex. Scorponok is the best Titan out there. Like, he's the only Titan I bought a repaint of. I fucking love him that much. Skylynx is great. I know I said in the Earthrise video that Skylynx is my favourite. I don't think I can actually pick a favourite commander. They're all good in their own way. I think I said in that video, the only commander I don't like is Shattered Glass Jetfire, just because the tolerances have gone to fuck. So, he is what he is. But the rest of them, I just fucking love all the commanders equally. So I think anytime a commander class pops up with this, it's going to be an S tier. Slitherfang, didn't buy. Have some experience with the mould, but it's just a fucking pain in the arse to get a hold of. Smokescreen, didn't buy. Snapdragon. So I used to think Snapdragon was better than Apeface. I don't think he is. I like his vehicle mode more than I like Apeface's vehicle mode. But I like Apeface's robot mode more than I like Snapdragon's. The animal mode's fucking whatever, you can take or leave it. But no, they're fine together, I like them both, but I think Apeface is actually better. Sound barrier, piss poor. All I ever saw about this guy was fucking tolerance issues after tolerance issues. I'm still trying to find that image that I mentioned in the Earthrise video where you plug it in as normal, and then when you go to unplug the RAMs, it just snaps the fucking tabs. I'll get to see it. But yeah, no, I fucking don't rate it. Don't rate this one at all. Starscream. Starscream's kind of lame. Maybe it's just overexposure at this point. Maybe it's the fact he's the only one that you could get. But this Starscream's quite lame, really. Like, I only bought him to fill out a set. I'm being a bit harsh there. I'll put him with the rest of them. Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker is quite good. I really like Sunstreaker. I always underestimate Sunstreaker and forget about him. But I quite like him. Thrust. Oh, fucking Thrust. Yeah, he could go with them. I wish I cared more about this mold. Especially this one, because it was so fucking expensive to actually get a hold of him. But he's fine. Like, that's all I can really say about him. He's nice to have. I'm not mad that I own one, but it's just like, why the fuck? Why did it need to be like that? Really? Thundercracker and Skywarp. I actually really like these two. Yeah, I get it, it's the same mold as him, but these two, they've got a premium feel about them, probably because they're 2-pack, they're sold together, and they've got different, like, they've got the unusual paint apps. Like, Starscream's easily the weakest of that mold's repaints. He just feels a bit cheap, which bums me the fuck out that they went with a Studio Series 86 Starscream. Like, yeah, it's got the new hands and other fucking differences, but I'm like, no, I'll leave it. I'm alright. Trailbreaker. Hoist was bad. I'd say Trailbreaker's mid. Yeah, I'd say Trailbreaker's mid. I like his paint apps more than Hoist's. I think I like his head sculpt and his accessories more than Hoist. But it's still, that vehicle mode just fucking ruins the guy. And the weird things that hang off the back of the shoulders. So yeah, no, fuck that. And wheeljack. Wheeljack would actually be like a legitimately good, if not great figure, but he could go here because he's fine, but there's just something about wheeljack that's just off, and plus the head during that transformation just fucking winds me up. And I think that's it. What do you guys think? Did I get it right or did I get it wrong this time? Feel free to let me know down in the comments, and like I said, feel free to check out my Patreon if you feel like supporting me. If not, I'll be back at some point in the next day or two with another short, and so on and so forth. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Have a chilled one, and I'll see you when I see you.